Namaste everyone. A very warm welcome to you. I am Chitra Ganesh, a yoga teacher in the Vinyoga tradition, bringing you traditional teachings from the heart. Today, I would like to share with you a very beautiful prayer to SrīRāma. It is also a very uniquely constructed prayer from the point of view of Sanskrit grammar. I will chant it first and then we will unpack it together so that you can appreciate the uniqueness of this composition. Just give me a moment to share my screen. Here you can see that I have presented the prayer in both Devanagari and Roman transliteration. So as I chant, you may follow whichever script you are comfortable with. Let's begin. Om Rāmo rājamaṇiḥ sadā vijayate rāmaṃ rameśaṃ bhaje rāmeṇābhihitā niśācaracamūḥ rāmāya tasmai namaḥ rāmaṃ parāyaṇam parataram ramasya dāsosmyaham rame cittalayaḥ sadā bhavatu me māmudhara. Beautiful prayer. You may have noticed that I have highlighted a few words in red. Let's go through them together. Rāmo, rāmaṃ, rāmeṇa, rāmāya, ramasya, rame, and rāma. These are called vibhaktis or case endings for the word Rama. Before I explain further, let us understand a few basic concepts in Sanskrita. A noun in Sanskrita is called a namapadam and its stem form or root form is called a pratipadikam. So in our case, in the case of the mantra, the pratipadikam is Rama. There are three aspects to consider for a noun. Its gender, which is called lingam, its number, meaning quantity, which is called vachanam, and its case ending, which is called a vibhakti. So vibhaktis are case endings or suffixes that are added to the root form of a noun based on three factors: its gender, its number, and its grammatical role in a sentence. Let us look at each one of these separately. There are three genders in Sanskrita. There is masculine, which is called pullingam, feminine, which is called strilingam, and neuter, which is called napunsakalingam. So Rama in our case is a pullinga shabdaha. It is a masculine word. And more specifically, it is an akaranta pullinga shabdaha, which means it is a masculine word whose root ends in a. So it is called akaranta. So there can be root words that end in u. For example, guru or buddhi ending in e. So there are various endings for root words. So most of the time it is specified as an akaranta pullinga shabdaha or an ukaranta pullinga shabdaha, ikaranta pullinga shabdaha, and so on. Let's move on to a number. There are three numbers in Sanskrita. There is singular, which is called ekavachanam. There is dvivachanam, which is dual or two in quantity. And then there is plural, which is three or more in quantity, which is called bahuvachanam. In our case, Rama is singular. Let us move on to vibhaktis. So here I have presented the 7 vibhaktis for Rama in singular. And each of these vibhaktis are based on the role of Rama, the grammatical role of Rama in a sentence. So there is Rāmaḥ, rāmaṃ, rāmeṇa, rāmāya, rāmāt, rāmasya, and rame. And additionally, there is He Rama, which is a variation of the first vibhakti, which is Rama. So here I would like to point out that there are 7 vibhaktis for Rama in singular. Similarly, there are 7 vibhaktis for Rama in dual and plural, making it a total of 21 vibhaktis for Rama alone. And this is the case for every noun in Sanskrita. So at the end of this presentation, I will show you the entire vibhakti table. But for now, let us focus on Rama in singular, and let us go through each of these vibhaktis one by one using Rama as the root word. So the first vibhakti is called prathama vibhakti, which is the nominative case. Its form is Rāmaḥ, and in this case, Rama becomes the subject of the sentence. For example, in the sentence, Rāmaḥ gacchati, Rama is the subject, which means Rama goes. Moving on to the next vibhakti, which is called dvitiya or accusative case. In this vibhakti, Rama becomes the object of an action. So the form in this case is rāmaṃ. For example, in the sentence, rāmaṃ namami, which means I offer my salutations to Rama. Rama is the object of my action. So the form is rāmaṃ. Moving on to tritiya vibhakti, which is the instrumental case. In this vibhakti, Rama becomes an instrument. The form is rameṇa. And for example, in the sentence, rameṇa saha gacchami, which means I go with Rama. So answers to questions like by whom or with what are answered by this vibhakti. So Rama is an instrument in tritiya vibhakti. In chaturthi vibhakti, the fourth case or dative case, the form is rāmāya. Here Rama becomes a receiver. For example, in the sentence, rāmāya phalam dadami, which means I give Rama a fruit. Rama becomes the receiver of the fruit. So in fourth case, Rama is a receiver. Moving on to the fifth case, which is called panchami vibhakti or ablative case. The form is Ramāt, and this indicates a separation from Rama. For example, Ramāt pustakam svikaromi. I accept a book from Rama. So in this case, Rama is a giver and the book is being separated from Rama. So the form is Ramāt. Moving on to the sixth case or shashti vibhakti, which is genitive case. The form is ramasya, and this indicates a relation or possession of Rama. For example, in the sentence, sa ramasya mata, which means she is the mother of Rama. So ramasya meaning of Rama. Moving on to the saptami vibhakti, which is the locative case, the seventh case. The form is rame, which means in Rama. For example, rame bahu sadgunaha santi, meaning there are many good qualities in Rama. So this vibhakti is used to indicate location. The next vibhakti is sambodhanam, or it's also called sambodhana prathama vibhakti. As I said in the beginning, it's a variation of the first vibhakti, and it is a vocative case, and the form can be He Rama or Bho Rama, and its function is to address someone or call out to someone. For example, in the sentence, He Rama Pahimam, I'm calling out to Rama, O Rama, please protect me. Now I present to you the entire vibhakti table for Rama. So the column that I have highlighted are the singular forms that we just saw. There are additional columns in dual number and in plural, so dvivachanam and bahuvachanam. And this is usually the first table that is memorized when studying Sanskrita grammar. And if you know this by heart, you can just superimpose other masculine words which end in the vowel a. For example, the word for tree is vrikshaha and its root form is vriksha. So it is also an akaranta pullinga shabdaha. So it will have the same forms as Rama. Like for example, in Prathama, it is Rāmaha, Rāmau, Rāmaha. So similarly, it would be vrikshaha, vrikshau, vrikshaha. So I will recite this entire table for you so that you can get a feel for it. Rāmaha, Rāmau, Rāmaha, Rāmaṃ, Rāmau, Rāmān, Rāmeṇa, Rāmābhyam, Rāmaih, Rāmāya, Rāmābhyam, Rāmebhyah, Rāmāt, Rāmābhyam, Rāmebhyah, Rāmasya, Rāmayoho, Rāmaṇāṃ, Rāme, Rāmayoho, Rāmeshu, He Rāma, He Rāmau, He Rāmāh. So these were the 21 forms for the word, for the root word Rama. So moving on to our mantra. Now let us unpack this prayer together. So the first sentence here is rāmo rājamaṇiḥ sadā vijayate, which means Rama, who is the jewel among kings, is always victorious. So this word rāmo, when we do a word split, it becomes rāmaḥ. So this is prathama vibhakti, where Rama is the subject. The second line, rāmaṃ, rameśaṃ, bhaje. So I offer my prayers to Rama. So Rāmaṃ is the object of my action. The third vibhakti is found in this sentence, rāmeṇābhihitā niśācaracamūḥ. So when I split this word, it becomes rāmeṇābhihitā, which means by Rama is destroyed. Destroyed what? Niśācaracamūḥ, meaning the armies of the night wanderers, meaning the demons. So by Rama is destroyed the armies of the demons. Then rāmāya tasmai namaḥ. So I offer my salutations to Rama. So rāmāya, Rama becomes the receiver. Then the next sentence, rāmānnāsti parāyaṇam parataram. So that can be split up as rāmānnāsti parāyaṇam parataram, which means there is no greater object of devotion than Rama. So there's a separation of Rama compared to other kings or other gods. So rāmānnāsti parāyaṇam parataram. So this is the fifth vibhakti. Rāmasya dāsosmyaham. So Ramasya dāsosmyaham, meaning I am the devotee of Rama. So this is the sixth vibhakti. Rame cittalayaḥ sadā bhavatu me. So rame means in Rama. So may my mind always be in Rama. So this is the seventh vibhakti. Bho Rama māmudhara. O Rama, please grant me liberation or salvation. So you can see that sequentially all of the vibhaktis appear in this prayer. So it's not just a devotional prayer. It's an ingenious grammatical puzzle where all the vibhaktis appear sequentially. So I will chant it one more time so that you can follow the vibhaktis as I chant. Om Rāmo rājamaṇiḥ sadā vijayate, rāmaṃ rameśaṃ bhaje, rāmeṇābhihitā niśācaracamūḥ, rāmāya tasmai namaḥ, rāmānnāsti parāyaṇam parataram, Ramasya dāsosmyaham rame cittalayaḥ sadā bhavatu me bho rāma māmudhara. Let me stop sharing my screen. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope I have been able to kindle your interest into the fascinating world of Sanskrita grammar. I am Chitra Ganesh. I will see you in my next video with more traditional teachings from the heart. Namaste.